My Shiranui is out, and her original gameplay trailer looked pretty flashy, but she's actually pretty simple to get going with. I quickly speedran to Masters, and then I played some matches in a room, and I want to show you what I learned, what I did to get to Masters quickly, and what I'm going to keep doing, hopefully keep climbing through to Ultra Grandmaster, whatever they just added. So I'll quickly show you some stuff that you're going to need to get started. I'm not going to go through like the most optimal combos ever. I'm sure there's going to be so many videos about that, and they'll just get better over time. I'm going to talk about the good neutral tools, how to keep your pressure going, and just what your win conditions are and whatnot. Let's talk about her neutral tools in general. Her walk speed's pretty good. Her backdash is really bad. You're not going to want to use it. She goes nowhere. I think you can walk back faster. Her walk speed's pretty good, her forward walk speed. And then she has good buttons, right? So her stand medium kick is just standard good poke. It's only -4. Her stand heavy kick and heavy punch are both super long range, and they're -3 on block. You'll never get punished. You could do it literally point blank like this and then play like a parry game. People do this with Cammy. Same with her stand heavy punch, only -3. And they're both just good moves. Her stand heavy punch is cancelable, so you're going to be using it for some combos. So all these 3 moves are just very good. Stand medium kick, stand heavy kick, stand heavy punch. You're going to be using them at different ranges for different reasons. Just get used to using them. Besides that, I like her stand medium punch a lot. It's very good at whiff punishing. Right? It's at this nice angle where you can hit moves that hit low or high. It's like just one of these moves I personally love having on my kit. You can always whiff punish with it. Just a very good move. Her crouch medium kick, it's 7 frames, which is good, but I don't think it's as good as the other 7 framers like Ken and Chun-Li. It just does not reach nearly as far. But it's a good move. I personally like using this move more in neutral, even though it's 1 frame slower, but you will be using this as well. Her crouch medium punch is only 6 frames, which is good. You might use it to mash out of fake pressure. And one really nice thing about that is that on counter hit, it actually links into her crouch medium kick, and you get a full combo. So besides that, you're actually going to want to use her jab a lot in neutral. If you ever watch Punk play Cammy or just any Chun-Li player play Chun-Li, they walk forward and they fish for counter hit jabs. And the reason they do that is because these characters have very consistent ways to combo into mediums off counter hit jabs. And Mai is the same way. It's +7, which means you always get a crouch medium kick. Very similar to Chun-Li. If you ever kind of hit these jabs at max range because you walk forward a lot, you're using your walk speed to scare people into pressing buttons, you'll get a lot of corner carry, a lot of good damage. That's the combo I like to go for. Lots of corner carry, pretty good damage. So you're going to want to use your lights a lot. They're good. Her crouch light hits even further, but it will not combo into crouch medium kick. It will combo into crouch medium punch, but it won't reach at a lot of ranges. So that's why I like stand jab a little better. Speaking of lights, a very common thing you're going to do is just hit 3 lights. All of her jabs are good. You can do 3 jabs into this, or even a standing one. They reach far, which gives you these consistent lights confirms, which is great. After you do that, you're going to want to dash forward. And you're +9 here, right? So the thing with that is that I would actually practice this a little bit, where make the other character wake up jab, and just get used to walking forward and getting a meaty grab or a meaty jab. A lot of characters have similar things, but for some reason, Mai's just felt a little awkward to me because you're +9 in a... and you're close, right? It's not like you're far, but if you walk a little too far forward, their wake up jab will hit you. If you don't walk forward enough, your grab won't reach. So just get used to it. It's not hard, but it's worth getting used to. Another thing you can do off this combo is drive rush overhead, right? So this is a very good thing because if they wake up jab, you trade, but you get a trade combo. You're +13 off this trade. You get a full combo, you could drive rush, you get a bigger combo. If they wake up DP, and you read it, you can block in time. Also really good. I kept looking down here. My camera's up there. I forgot I moved it. Okay, anyway. So that's something you're going to want to do a lot. The exact same thing applies to if you anti-air. You're going to obviously want to anti-air a lot with Mai, right? Crazy. Crazy idea, I know. But when you anti-air with the DP, you get a meaty jab, a meaty overhead. And if you know that they'll DP, you can actually block in time. A lot of characters can't block in time when they do go for stuff like this. So that's great. Another thing that worth mentioning, I'm not going to talk about the most optimal combos ever, but you're going to want to use her heavy quarter circle back heavy punch a lot, but it does not work on crouchers. So if you're going to use drive meter to guarantee they stand, this is her only move that forces stand, her back heavy kick. You're going to want to do something like this, and then you get the world is your oyster, as they say after that move. You can do your level 2, you could do something like this. Just for the corner carry like we talked about earlier, you could do level 3 after that, etc. It's very good. So get used to pressing her back heavy kick on on drive rush. One thing I want to mention is don't use this move after your drive rush, her crouch medium punch. A lot of Mai's I've played, I mean, she's new, everyone's making mistakes. They did this a lot. There's like no threat here, right? She's only +1. She's only +1. She's not in throw range. only one jab will hit, even if she tries to do like some jab setup. She can only hit you with one single jab and then it's your turn. It's just not good, right? So you're gonna want to do drive rush jab, crouch jab is +3, you got strike throw. You can do drive rush crouch light kick for the same reason and you'll catch them walking back. On hit, it's actually +6, so you can get a full combo, whatever. Another thing I want to mention about a little setup off the jabs is that if you want, you could do quarter circle back medium punch and then do an immediate light kick elbow. This will be +3 if you do it as fast as possible, but because this elbow is such a long like animation, even though it's going to be meaty, anyone who knows how this works will just wake up DP it. So I wouldn't do it against DP characters. You can do it against like Manon with no meter, for example. You're just +3, it's nice. Maybe she'll wake up drive reversal, but that's a good trade, right? 2 meters. And it's not bad. The last thing I want to talk about for her neutral is use this move, okay? It's like, just use it. I don't even need to tell you why. Just press it and you're gonna realize you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's only 42 frames. If they jump, you know, you got your DPs. A lot of people, after they block the first hit, they might just try to parry. If they're doing it too early and they're being lazy, you could just drive rush throw. You can literally just follow it and get free pressure, strike throw, shimmy here. Like, it's just so good. Just use it. It's probably the best 2 bars you could spend in this game. I can't think of like a more brain dead EX move that just like gives you free pressure. Jury's is close, but hers has more counterplay, I think. But yeah, anyway, just use it. It's really strong. You can also do it off jabs if you think the people are going to... If you think someone's going to mash after your 3 jabs, you can also do it just for, you know, free pressure, take your turn back. You won't get a combo, but you can kind of force your turn, which is very good. And yeah, that's pretty much it for like her basics. Those are her good moves, her good bread and butters, how you're going to want to end your combos to get, you know, more corner carry. The goal with Mai, the same way it is with a lot of characters, is that when you do these kind of things, your whole goal is this situation right here. You get a throw loop, right? Let's talk about her throw loop. She's +21 and her dash is 18 frames. That means she's going to be +3 after the throw loop. One thing about Mai specifically is that her throw loop is way better than some of these other dash ones like Jury. And the reason for that is because she doesn't end up like right in their face the same way with some other characters does. So she could actually shimmy. A lot of characters who have to dash to do their throw loop, they cannot shimmy you. It's like a weakness of theirs. She can, which is great. A lot of characters, again, they can't. So you can do something like this and get a full combo, whatever you want. The weakness though, if for having these, the weakness for having these like +3 dashes though is that if they wake up backdash your throw, you're -4, which means they always get punish counter jab into whatever they want. So having a throw loop where you have to dash to get it is usually a bit weaker than the characters that can kind of force a better situation by walking and having a meteor throw, because they can make it so they're only like -2 if you backdash. But you know, Mai's is very similar to Jury's and like Terry's, and there's a few other characters, but again, a really good part is that she can actually shimmy. A lot of these characters can if they have to dash. That's pretty much your game plan. If you're not going to go for the shimmy, you're going to go for lights instead. One combo I like to do is just light into the EX elbow. You do this like this, and this gives you your stocks, right? It's a decent damage. You repeat the situation, you get your stocks, which make your damage much higher. It makes your fireballs much better, and that's kind of the reason I'm using the stocks now. I'm not going to go too hard into the stocks because I don't think they're like a huge deal right now. I'm sure people are going to find out some crazy stuff with them. To me, I just really like them as fireballs. Her fireball game is insane when you have 5 stocks. You'll generally just do more damage. If you have stocks and someone does a wake up DP, you can do a lot of damage. I'll just show you that quick. If you don't have your stocks and you do her EX fans and you hold them, she doesn't get like the bounce, but she's still +14, so it's still a very good combo. This is a combo I've been going for. If I block a EX DP, a lot of corner carry only costs 2 bars. You could cash out even more if you want. I'm sure there's a more optimal combo. But yeah, you could do whatever you want. If you do have a stock though, her fans will actually do a little bounce if you hold it, which lets you jump in after and get an entire combo. You can do whatever you want. It's very good. But besides that, I'm not going to worry about her stocks too much. They're good to have. They're add damage. Her fireball game's insane. But I don't think it's something like... I wouldn't give up mid-screen Oki to get my stocks personally. Like if you're going to do a shitty level fireball combo, I wouldn't do it. If you can end your combo in the corner with level 1, then it's good. You can also hit confirm this move. It's very hit confirmable. You have a very long time to press that 7-second heavy kick. Do you see how long it took me there? It was like, I don't know, 100 frames or more. That, and then you get your super there. On block, you obviously don't press the second heavy kick. It's super big confirm window for that move. So that's another way you can try to fish for your level 1 in the corner. And that's honestly the most important things about Mai. Just using these, pressuring with the normals, getting your lights into her corner carry, and then throw looping. That's like, a lot of your games are going to look like that. You know, Street Fighter 6, You're gonna want to use her drive rush as well. It's just strong. She's like Usain Bolt. She just teleports at you. Like I said though, I would not use the crouch medium punch for this though, because it's a very bad situation. It's not worth the meter, I think. I mean, it might be off a raw drive rush, but yeah, there's just better options. I would do drive rush jab, or even drive rush back heavy kick is very strong. The last things I want to talk about, her supers. Her level 2 super is very, very good for corner carry, right? So let's say you wanted to get some corner carry. Look how far it goes, almost like corner to corner, but you don't get Oki. So I wouldn't do it from like literally full screen, but if you wanted to get full corner carry from like here, it's worth doing a combo like that. But her level 3 is very interesting in that, and that is because you get Oki even mid-screen. A lot of characters do not get pressure off their mid-screen level 3s. I know like Kimberly does, I think Luke does, Jerry does, but it's not that common. So if we save status here, on plus 19 before her backdash, as I talked about earlier, her forward dash is 18 frames. So if I make her wake up crouching light, I could do the stuff we talked about earlier. And that's very good. You don't even have to do like a forward dash if you don't want. You could just like walk forward and do something like this. I don't know. One thing that I've been doing, it's kind of cheesy, but I think it's worth getting used to trying at least, is when you're poking in neutral with your stand heavy punch, if you do just a light fan, you'll actually catch a lot of buttons on startup like that, or you'll catch them trying to jump. It's just a nice little chip damage, right? So if you get used to that and people are just kind of holding that, you can actually charge up your fan for some free pressure. Now there's counterplay to that. They can jump over that, but again, you're kind of conditioning. You can sneak in some charged fans, and the charged fan is just the freest pressure ever if you can bait your opponent to kind of sit still more often. But to do that, you can do stuff like this, or you could just do stuff like this and walk back. It's only -3. Go for your DPs, go for some spacing traps like we talked about earlier. It's only -3, so you could space it out, go for some spacing traps. The same goes for her standing heavy kick like we talked about earlier. You can't cancel it into charge fireball, but in general, it's a very good spacing trap. No one's reaching this. It's only -3. You can get some really good punish counter combos. Her stand heavy punch is very good with this. It reaches very far. Stand medium punch as well, we talked about it earlier, and that's pretty much all you're going to need with Mai. Very, very good normals, very good spacing trap tools, very good pressure, very good corner carry, and a throw loop. What else do you need? You just add all these things together, you snowball your victories when you get them in the corner, and that's pretty much all you're going to need to use. Make sure you use the throw loop well, you use your knockdowns well, don't let people get up for free, and that's pretty much it. Besides that, you're going to just be wanting to play a lot of Street Fighter 6, you know, like you're going to want to play some good neutral, some good defense. But she has the tools to let you play all that just pretty much the same way almost all the good characters do. So I hope you learned something from this guide. If you did, I appreciate a like, comment, and subscription. Use these tools to get to Masters quick. I'll see you there. We'll race to 1700 to get that new rank. What is that? Ultra Master Super Saiyan God or something? See you there, boys. Stay beautiful.